So hello guys, it's your boy Tony Adama. We're here once again. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share this video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. This really means a lot to me. Yeah, so today we're not going to be talking about so much stuff. I just want to review to you something very personal to me and stuff that have helped me over the years to build myself, to grow personally as a human being mentally. Yeah, so these are sort of like my book collections. These are all the books that I own in this world. Yeah, all the books that matter to me in this world actually. Yeah, and I decided to just show them to you guys, and some of them might be helpful to you. You might want to get some of these books and read them yourself, and just empower yourself mentally, basically. Yeah, so I'll be going. This might take a while because there are quite a lot. These are basically just a few compared to what some people have in their libraries at home. I've read every single book here. Let's start with this very one here at the top. So once I'm done with them, I'll just drop them over in the bag. Yeah. So this is Smith Wigglesworth on the Holy Spirit. I've had this book for a long time, as far back as I can remember, maybe 2015 or 2014 thereabouts. I had this book, but I didn't read this book until like 2018. But I've had it for a very long time before I read this book. And trust me, it's one book that really changed my life. This book really is a lot. Like you should have this book in your library. So this second one is by Penelope Stokes. Faith, the substance of things unseen. Faith, the substance of things unseen. Why I particularly like this book is the fact that even though it is sort of like, a book on faith, the way the author, the way she wrote the book, she made it look like it's sort of like a storybook. So it's more like a novel. But at the end of the day, she's passing her message. It's all about faith and you stepping out in faith and just, doing stuff without actually having the full picture, but you're stepping out into the dark. Okay, this is by Kathryn Coleman. You cannot tell me you do not know or haven't heard of Kathryn Coleman. I think, and somebody once described her as like the greatest miracle worker of the 21st century. Yeah, like this lady is just something else. I believe in miracles with this one. This book is like part of my inheritance. If my siblings are watching this, they probably will be laughing right now because this book is like, I don't know. Like guys, this book is probably older than me. Like, look at it. It has my dad's name. It's actually my dad's property. It's my dad's book actually. So when he passed on, some of the stuff was just around the corner, and I said, okay, this book is nice. Let me just keep it to myself. And yeah, I love this book. I still have it till today. It's just crazy, guys. So this one, gosh, these books are, maybe what will happen is that I'll do a part one of this and then maybe subsequently I will post the part two later. But we have quite a lot of books here, so I don't know how long this will take. All right, so the next is Wole Soyinka, A Play of Giants. This is like the second play that I've read of Wole Soyinka. I think the first one that I read was The Lion and the Jewel. I love that one so much. That's why I got this one and decided to read. Wole Soyinka is one playwright that I love so much. Like I've written two plays, and the style, my style in writing plays is basically the style of Wole Soyinka when I'm writing those plays. I love him so much. Yeah, he's like one Nigerian that has made us proud. I have this book here on Authority and Submission by Watchman Nee. Watchman Nee also is somebody that I think I got to know about Watchman Nee through my sister. She's also a YouTuber. You can check her out, OJ's Truth. I got to know about Watchman Nee through her. And since I knew him, I've read some of his books. I have this like one of his books that I have here, and he has really blessed my life big time. He's a Chinese preacher, died a long time ago, and yeah. When I was buying this book, and I felt like, okay, since I have so many books on faith, let me just have a book on personal growth and development. And so that was why I got this book. I think I got this book in, when was that? Let me see. I got this book in the year 2020. That's why it's still looking fresh. Yeah, it's titled The Power of Positive Thinking. The power of positive. Like if you go through this book, I've highlighted so many portions of this book. Like this book actually really blessed my life. I got this book during the lockdown period. During the COVID-19 lockdown. It's by Norman Vincent Peale. Norman Vincent Peale. Okay, so this is one other book that I got by Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy. It's called Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. I think I got both books around the same period Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. This one also is one great book that helps, in really shaping our thought process and helping us to be better human beings in our business, in our marriage, in our relationship, just whatsoever, man. Brian Tracy it is. Try and get this book if you can. Wow. This one is, before I got this book, I have heard about it. So many preachers have made reference to this book. And so when I was listening to them make reference to this book, I felt like, are you sure you do not need this book in your library? Like, guy, go and look for this book. So I was having a conversation with somebody, and apparently he was into, the book selling business and all. So, okay, not him, somebody that knows a bookseller now linked me up. And this book is titled The Fourth Dimension, guys. So when I was buying the book, I didn't just buy the first edition. I said, okay, why buy the first edition since there is a second edition? Why not just buy both of them together? So I just, I just got the two of them already. So I got the first and the second edition of The Fourth Dimension. Man, like, this book is crazy. I tell you. Yonggi Cho. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm not Chinese, so. Lucifer Exposed. This one also wasn't like, okay, let me confess. I took this book from let me not say the person's name. The caption of this book, the title of this book was just very captivating. I felt like Lucifer Exposed. Okay, let's see what they have to say about Lucifer this time. So I just took it, I started reading it, and I fell in love with the book, and I said, okay, you know what? I probably would just take this one for myself. Man, if you have children in your house, keep your books away from children. Like, see what this kid did to this book. See. Can you see that? Can you see? By Derek Prince, Lucifer Exposed. So Lucifer Exposed is a fairly great book, I think. But you can go and check it out yourself and tell me what you think. This is one book that I love so much. I've read this book 3 times, guys. Like from cover to cover, I read this book 3 times. When they say you cannot judge a book by its cover, they were referring to this book. It's titled The Man God Uses by Oswald J. Smith. The Man God Uses by Oswald J. Smith. God, this book is small but mighty, guys. I love this book so much. I love this book. Like, whenever I am down, whenever I'm in self-doubt, so this is the book that I run to. Oh, this one was a gift. So it's a gift from my friend. She's my very good friend. She gifted me this book when she was, leaving town at some point. When God Access. It's just like a book of questions. There are from beginning to the end of this book are just questions. It's not a book that you want to just sit down and read from beginning to the end. It's a book that you want to meditate upon. It means so much to me. Thank you, Jennifer, for this. Thank you so much. And yeah, she actually gifted, oh my gosh. This one also was a gift from herself. Like, she gifted me these 2 books. This is, if you want something you never had, then do something you never did. If you want something you never had, do something you never did. Great book also. I think this guy is like an Indian guy or something, guy that wrote this book. Following God's Plan for Your Life by Kenneth E. Hagin. Great book. Like, I have so much to say about this, but I wouldn't want to bother you guys about them. Like, you see, these are like, I hope you can see them. highlights that I did throughout this book. You know, I didn't just read this book. I paid attention to everything. I literally like highlighted almost every page in this book. You know, these are books that impacted me big time. This is it's a very mighty book. See it, see, look at the title. Can you see that? It's titled The Catechism of the Catholic Church. The Catechism of the Catholic Church. This book was a gift. I love this so much. It was a gift from my eldest brother, yeah, who is a priest of the Catholic Church. I'm a Catholic, so I mean, this is one book that every Catholic should have. You need this book in your library if you're a Catholic. And I mean, even if you're not a Catholic, though, you still need to know about the Catholic faith so that you can make informed arguments about the Catholic Church. You know, what we find in the internet is people who know literally nothing about the Catholic Church making blind comments and just making, you know, nasty comments and stuff, saying nasty things about the Catholic Church. So if you have this book, or if you do not have this book, I recommend that you do, so that you are able to make informed, you know, arguments, and so that your arguments generally will have a base when you're speaking. People know that, okay, you actually made your research, or did your research rather. It's like an encyclopedia. I run to him every time. Another Catholic book here is titled Image Veneration Among Catholics. Idolatry? Yeah. By Father Cletus Obiajuku. It's Igbo. I hope I got that pronunciation right. Yeah, so this book just explains everything the Catholic Church does as regards imagery and the veneration of image. So, because someday I hope to be married and have my own family, I decided to invest in marriage also. And what I mean by that is having some books that has to do about marriage. Guys, like I literally have books that affect every part of my life. Can you imagine that? So I have some books on marriage as well. This book is by Tim and Beverly LaHaye. Tim and Beverly LaHaye, you can see it right there. It's titled The Acts of Marriage, The Beauty of Sexual Love. This book is very informative. This book actually has a lot of stuff that you need to know. If you're planning to ever get married, if you're married and you probably didn't read as much before getting into that institution of marriage, then you should invest your time and energy in, you know, the beauty of marriage and, you know, sexual love basically, you know, and how to go about it and how to be a pro at it. This book, great book. Second book here is Tough and Tender by Joyce Landorf. Tough and Tender, what every woman wants in a man. Like, guys, wouldn't you want to know what a woman wants in a man? This book here is what you should have. Jesus' pattern for a healthy life. The Beatitudes, man. This is also one of my dad's book. Yeah. Also one of my dad's book. Guys, you will not believe this. Like, he actually bought this book for 3 naira 50 kobo. Look at it. Here. I hope you can see that. You probably can't. Like, isn't that crazy? He bought this book for 3 naira 50 kobo. 3 naira 50 kobo. And he's still looking this fresh. My dad is actually like a great guy. He knows how to maintain stuff. Just like me. We still have a long way to go. We still do have a very long way to go. This is by Father Jude Mbukama, OP. It's called Charism and Holiness. Catholic Belief and Practice. Catholic Belief and Practice by the same author, Father. No, let me check. I think. Okay. No, this is by Father Benedict. Reverend Father Benedict here. Catholic Belief and Practice. Was it by Father Benedict? So moving forward, literally I have to skip some of this stuff. There's still a whole lot of books here. How to live above your problems, Oral Robots. How to live above your problems. Great book also. So I'll just be fast right about now. The Virtues of an Authentic Life by Bernard Herring. The Virtues of an Authentic Life. I've had this book since when I was a teenager. I think I was 15 or 16 when I got this book. It's titled Boys Growing Up. Overcoming the Giant in Your Life. Bill Rod or Bill Rogg, whatever. Yeah. Overcoming the Giant in Your Life. This is like literally like a 30 minutes, 1 hour read. It's a very small book. You can just sit down in 1 hour. If you're on a flight, if you're traveling, you can just, this is very handy. You can finish them in one trip. Corporate Affairs Commission, this is really nothing. Oh wow, this is my secondary school photo album. I still have them here. Feeling Better, Getting Better, Staying Better. It's a book on psychology. Yeah. So this is like one of the random books that I have. Albert Ellis, PhD. Feeling Better, Getting Better, Staying Better. Yeah. Benny Hinn, The Biblical Road to Blessing. The Biblical Road to Blessing is a great book. It talks about blessings of God and how to actually live and strive in those blessings of God. The Love's Revelation. This is also like a very interesting book. This book actually summarizes the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Yeah, it does. It was also a gift. It was also a gift that was given to me a long time ago. And trust me, I didn't read this book until after a year I got it. Yeah, so like they gifted me this book, I just looked at it, I loved the book. I'd be like, wow, I have a book on hardcover. Wow. And I just kept it, somewhere. Until like a long time after that, I was bored and I wanted to read something and I got the book back and I read it. It was really loving. It's like the whole Bible just summarized. From Glory to Glory, Watchman Nee is another Watchman Nee's book that I have. Great book as well. Understanding the Purpose and the Power of Men. I have this book, I have the 2 editions. Okay, look at them. I have this Understanding the Purpose and the Power of Men and Understanding the Purpose and the Power of Women. Yeah, I got this one first, The Power and Purpose of Men. I read it, it was beautiful. And then I saw this one, and I thought, okay, since it says here that it's a book for women and the men who love them. So I got the 2 of them. First and second edition by Miles Munroe. I love this guy so much. God bless his soul. I mean, how can you possibly not have a book on leadership? So I decided to get a book by John C. Maxwell, Be a Better Person, Effective Leadership Through Effective Relationships. John C. Maxwell, if you know John C. Maxwell, he's like a guy on leadership, world-renowned leadership guy. He literally have a Bible on leadership, a leadership Bible. Like this guy is deep on leadership. This is my jotter, my diary, whatever. I have lots and lots of stuff, personal stuff here. Pragmatic Roles of Parents as Primary Socialization Agents. It's a very tiny book that actually makes so much sense. A tiny book that makes so much sense by Matthew Adedeji. Great book. Whoa, the wisdom guy himself. This is also another book from my father that I took after he passed on. It's titled The 3 Most Important Things in Your Life by Mike Murdock. I'm going to read about the book, or read the book rather, and you get more insights about the 3 most important things in your life. Everybody needs to understand these 3 most important things in their life. The Law of Recognition, also by Mike Murdock. Man, Mike Murdock is one guy. He's even nicknamed the wisdom guy, I think. His association is what now? The Wisdom Center, I think, yeah. So, Mike Murdock, if you need wisdom to know about the law of recognition, you need this book. George S. Clason, that is, The Richest Man in Babylon. This is sort of like the original copy. Maybe not the design, but like the writing is like the original version of the book, because it was written, this particular one was written in Old English, you know. So yeah, The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a book on how to create wealth, basically. You should have this book on wealth creation. Another book on wealth creation is Can Every Nigerian Be a Millionaire by Hawa M. Audu. Great book. You know, this book actually belongs to my mom. She gave me the book at some point. And I had, after she gifted me this book, I just had it in, my stuff, until one day I was in a meeting some back then in school. And so when the preacher came around, the guy who is the speaker, after the entire program, he publicized this book and decided to give it out for free to 5 persons, for some reason. And when I hearing this speaker and the sort of person that he is, and knowing for a fact that okay, he probably must have read this book and now he's giving out to people to develop themselves, and I have this book in my stuff at home, man. After that meeting, I rushed back home, grabbed this book, and still started consuming the book. I read the book from beginning to end. It's a book on wealth creation also, how to create wealth, basically. Boys Talk, another book that you should give to your teenage brothers or friends, Boys Talk. What teenage boys normally discuss, girls basically. And just about growing up. Yeah, so I had this book also together with the other book that I showed you on boys growing up. I had these two books when I was around 15, thereabouts. Okay, Breaking the Da Vinci Code. Breaking the Da Vinci Code. Here, the purpose-driven life, requiring the purpose-driven life, understanding the purpose and the power of men. Okay, I reviewed that earlier. I even have 2 copies of this book. Gosh. 21 Foolish Things That People Do, Paul and Enche. Interesting book. 31 Secrets for Career Success, Mike Murdoch. Is It in the Bible? Jude Obukama. Souvenir. The Growth of African Civilization, The Making of Modern Africa. What's this? Ethiopian Provinces and Towns. Yeah, this is like another African book. C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Storybook, very interesting. The Power of a Praying Husband. The Power of a Praying Husband. Another book on marriage, The Way to Love Your Wife. Getting Greater Love and Passion in the Bedroom. Woo! So guys, I'm sorry I couldn't, review these other books properly because, I was running out of time, and, I wanted this video to be as short as possible. But apparently, I hope you found this, interesting and helpful and decided to stay up to this point. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. God bless you. So yeah, I'm sure most of these books would actually be helpful to you if you got them and read them yourself. They will actually help you build yourself and just build your mental capacity, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for staying till the end. I love you guys. Thank you. I'm having a call right now. Gosh.